Hello? All right, technical things happening over here. All right, at Petco Park, I'm Annie Halvern, joined by Kevin Acee, Padres beat writer, for the last game of the Mets series before the Padres head out for
the last game of this long homestand.
This 3-day homestand before the Padres head out for a big adventure that you'll also be on. But let's start with the news of the day, Kevin. Wil Myers on the 10-day disabled list with the left oblique strain. It's going to be longer, and I'll let you go with that. These oblique strains are tricky.
Look, the older I get, as soon as you do the back, the midsection, and these are the things that are bothering Wil Myers, who is, fortunately for him, much younger than me. But the guy's been kind of nursing, I think is the way. You know, the back, originally, before he went on the disabled list with the nerve irritation in his arm, April 3rd, he came out of a game. April 2nd, he had left a game, or April 1st, with a back problem, right? Forget the dates. Just know that there was a back problem. That really hasn't left. It's like if you've ever had a bulky back, I like to use that word bulky. If you ever had one of those, you know that it can linger, but you can work through it. I mean, they have incredible, chiropractors, massage therapists, the athletic trainers. He's been able to play, but it's always there. And when you are compensating for a back, other things start to go. And last night in his final at bat, before he had to come out, I believe it was the 5th inning, he felt it in his oblique. And we're talking about at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, at least.
That's Wil. Wil's always optimistic. And we're probably talking about a month.
Absolutely, because, strains are tricky, as we talked about, and he wants to make sure that it's good. You don't want to rush it back, and I hate to say that because he's frustrated. He wants to rush back, but you can't do that.
That's the hardest thing. I mean, when you cover sports for a long time, it's the thing you understand is how much these guys hate to be hurt during the season. So it's a constant battle with them. Here's the frustration for Wil, and if you are watching, you need to appreciate this. How much, Wil Myers has played center field, first base, right field, whatever you guys need. That's what I'll do. You want me to put on 20 pounds in the offseason? Oh, that's what I'll do. A sports psychologist? Yeah, that's what I'll do. Wil Myers loves to play this game, and you know what? He's pretty good. Unfortunately, especially now here early in this season, 2 injuries going to keep him out probably, month and a half of the season's first 2 months.
Yeah, and it's a really rough thing for him, a really rough thing for the organization. Of course, it could present some opportunities for some other people. I just wanted to point out here, we're getting told that we're presenting sideways because we need to rotate the phone. Listen, it's the same way it's always been. Every time it's sideways. I mean, it's not vertical, it's horizontal. So
maybe it's Facebook. They're the ones with the problem.
We're just going to go with it right now and I guess figure it out later. But thank you.
Here's the thing. I believe it's 8 games that Eric Hosmer and Wil Myers have played together. Yeah. I'd have to do the math, but in terms of games in which the outfields, whatever it is that we thought the starting outfield would be, Jose Pirela is the only guy to have been healthy every game. Look,
you can't really see what you have. You can't really see what you have.
Now, that is not a reason for them to be as bad as they have been in some games. However, that's the reality, and then you take Wil Myers out, there's a right-handed bat that's out. And then when they're facing, certain pitchers, it's like, these are not the guys. Like, why is Corey Spangenberg in there? Well, because that's all you got. Why is Carlos Asuaje in there? Well, that's all you got. So, do you think it's like irritating watching it? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you think that when you're watching it, people...
I think I wouldn't want to watch it sideways. I just think what's irritating is, we got our microphone set up. We've got it the way that we always do. We've really tried to take make sure that it presents well, and yet we still, so it is just, someone says Villanueva rocks.
He certainly does.
He certainly does, yeah. Arguably, I mean, the team's best hitter, right? Can you argue that right now?
If you're going to talk about guys, and again, I'm trying to keep this all in perspective, and it's tough on a day-to-day basis, but if you're going to talk about the guys who so far haven't disappointed, right? Yeah. There's only a handful of them.
Pirela?
And, Pirela, lately... If you take the whole scope of the season, no, Jose Pirela is what he is. But in terms of guys, let's use this word, have achieved to the level you expected or overachieved from what you expected. There's only a handful of them, and Christian Villanueva is one of them. And it's a rookie. And you know what? There's a lot of rookies of the year that don't end up being perennial all-stars. Yes. He's showing, man, the adjustments that he made at the plate. Wow, it's super impressive.
And that's what's encouraging, the fact that he's growing. He's good, but he's still growing. He's still making those adjustments. He's going to get probably better even through them. All right, team is headed to Mexico. Well, first San Francisco and then to Mexico. I talked to a lot of players this week about just you're playing in a different country, different stadium. It's cool in a lot of ways. You're going to be playing the Dodgers. There's going to be a ton of media there, national media. I mean, this will really be an experience for a lot of these young guys, for a lot of guys who have even never been to Mexico before. I don't know. What are you hoping to get out of this, Kevin? Or what do you think the team should get out of this?
Well, it's always cool when the team, for the team, when they go to a unique situation, right? And bonding, I don't know, but it's always cool for
fights
for
in
the
Mexico.
Players. It's always cool for the players. I'm looking forward to. I've heard that games in the Mexican League are insane. They're like soccer matches.
The fans and everything.
And so I don't know, will it be at that level, right? My understanding is Christian Villanueva, who we're learning to love here, right? But it's Christian Villanueva. He's like one of the most popular Mexican players in major leagues. Well, so like, how much are the fans really going to be into this because of the two teams that are there? I don't know, but I do know that like there is something different about sporting events in another country and the way that fans experience it. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I think it's really cool, too, that he's going as a starting third baseman, not even as a bench guy or a token guy. He's going in there as a starter. I'm getting another comment saying that I got what I asked for because it's horizontal. Look, I'm going to say it one more time.
What happened?
The phone. This is always how we do it, and it always comes out the right way.
Yeah.
So maybe Facebook changed its thing, and we haven't caught up yet.
You'll figure it out. That's one thing I know.
But
you will.
I will.
You said we.
But
that's the we. That's
if
the we.
now Facebook needs it to be up and down, then
my wife does that. Hey, we're going to do this project. No, you mean I'm going to. No, you're going to.
What's good about this is while I read the comments, you gave the people a lot of good information every single time, so I appreciate that. Anything else that you want to add?
Close their eyes.
If you just close your eyes and listen, you just need to watch us, just listen.
You should probably do that all the time anyway.
Exactly. I think a lot of fans are disappointed or maybe thinking that, even though the team isn't contending right now, they should be farther along. There should be a more consistent offense. All fair things, but what would you say to that?
Well, I brought up the matchup sometimes, and none of these are excuses because I think that I said it should be better, okay?
Right.
We're all down with the process, I think, right? But we want to see improvement, okay? And also, so Monday they had this great output of offense in Coors Field, and if you tell me that it's the Coors Field effect, well, then what happened Tuesday and Wednesday? Okay, so yes, Coors Field helps you. It's a great place to hit. It's the biggest outfield in the major leagues. The thin air, all that, but you still have to hit, and they put together some really good at bats. Well, they again didn't have the right matchups the next night. They got a little frustrated. Their approaches weren't great. The next night, or the next day on Wednesday against John Gray pitched great. Their approach, look, you can tell that guys are trying. This isn't a very good team, or I should say it's not a team rife with a lot of experience and really good players, and so they're trying and it doesn't always work out. Well, then they come and they face Jacob deGrom, another really good pitcher. I thought that they didn't do terrible in terms of the results weren't good, but you're looking for the progress in the process. Then last night they had the big offensive output. It's not like they haven't ever hit or recently haven't hit. It's that, again, inconsistency is the mark of a young, not very good team. There we are. And I don't mean to be dismissive about that, all right? I don't. It's just in trying to put it into perspective for myself, because I watch it and go, what the heck is going on? Oh my gosh, I got to find out what's going on. What's I going to write about this and find out so I can talk to people on the Sideways Facebook and stuff. But that's kind of, I have to slow it down. And
what you want to see is you want to see it improve incrementally in time. I mean, if you're not seeing any improvement, if we continue to see no improvement month after month after month, of course it's going to be a very bad thing, but you're going to look for improvements.
And look, it's not like this hitting problem is a new phenomenon. They've had the league's worst on-base percentage 4 years running, and I think they had the fewest runs, lowest batting average last year, and they're always down near the bottom in the last 4 years. It's not like it's new, but they have remade this team. And by the way, there's also only a handful of guys on this team that will be here in 2020. A few more of them will be here next year. This year is about finding out. Brian Mitchell.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
Pitching today. That's a guy. What does this start? What's his next start? We are finding out about Brian Mitchell, and will he be a part of this team going forward? That's what we will wait to find out. We appreciate you all watching our Sideways Facebook video. I'm sorry you couldn't see our good hair today, at least. No,
our good hair. Because we're sideways. But thanks for listening. Think of it like a podcast. I appreciate the comments that we're sideways, and I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually.
No, if people didn't tell us.
We wouldn't know.
Because we were doing it the same, so we wouldn't know.
We're doing it the same. Yeah, we got a lot on our plates here, Kev.
You know, inconsistency is the mark of a Facebook.
A Facebook amateur. A Facebook amateur right here. You know, Facebook can be, if you get its bad rabbit hole sometimes, but I digress. All right.
Okay, thanks.
I'm watching too. Well, we just appreciate it. We appreciate you guys putting up with us. All right, Kevin's going to be going San Francisco, Mexico. We will catch up with you during or after all that and see how it all went.
Look forward to it.
All right, thanks, guys.